Good afternoon, everybody. Live from the Findlay-Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. I'm Doug Jenkins here to tell you about everything happening at the Chamber this week and really wrap things up for 2023 around here. We'll get into that in just a second. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're about ready for Christmas and New Year's. It is coming quick at this point. But first, let's get into the Chamber of Commerce schedule. As you can see, our schedule is pretty well wrapped up until we get going again in the new year. You can see we have a Fresh Brew Business coming up on January 10th. It's always a very interesting one, the Economic Development Recap. Really looking forward to that one now with Dan Schaefer, the new Director of Economic Development, that will be speaking for us there. Also, we've got our first Safety Council meeting of the year coming up on January 12th. As you can see, none of the events will actually start until the second week of January. We'll let you get settled back in after the holidays and get going there. And we've got some ribbon cuttings coming up. We'll cover those on the Monday announcements all in due time. Really only one new thing to tell you about as we head into this week, and that is a new job listing. Estrella Alvarez will come on with us here in the next couple of weeks to tell us about this position, but they are in need of a foster parent recruiter at SAFY, which is Specialized Alternatives for Families and Youth. They do foster care, and they need a recruiter, possibly two, I believe. Last time I talked to Estrella, that was the case. We'll have her on in the future to tell you all about that and who would make a good candidate for that job. But if you know somebody who you think would make a good candidate for that job, you don't have to wait till then. You can go to our website. Just go to Findlay-Hancock-Chamber.com, go into the jobs section, and then click on the link to learn more about it. If you think you would be good for that, feel free to apply through that. If you know somebody who would be good for that job, reference them to it as well. And it's a good way to help out local businesses and organizations. So again, not much going on in terms of events, but you can still get involved with our downtown gift certificate program. Important deadline for that is coming up. If you want to order downtown gift certificates, you need to place that by Wednesday, December 21st, and then pick them up Thursday, December 22nd here at the Chamber of Commerce in downtown Findlay. But it's a really good way to have a stocking stuffer and a really great way to support local area businesses as well. Again, just be mindful of those deadlines. If you try and order them on the 22nd, it will be too late. So the 21st is the deadline for that. You still have a couple of days, but don't put it off for too much longer. In other words, don't shop like I would shop. Shop like my wife would shop. Be ahead of the game. And one last thing to tell you about this week, our final episode of Chamber Amplified for this year will post this Friday morning. Really excited. We've had some great episodes lately. On this latest edition, we're talking about retiring business owners and what they need to be looking into before they retire, as well as the next generation of business owners. If they're thinking about taking over a business, what do they need to do? Pat Sadowski from Eastman and Smith joins us to talk about that. Also, we're talking to Ryan and Shannon at Buckeye Family Farms. They won a small business award this past year for family-owned business. They have phenomenal popcorn, and you can learn all about their story right now. Just go to Findlay-Hancock-Chamber.com/podcast. Excited about our last episode, which will launch this Friday as well, as we will hear from Erica Dietz Brokamp from Dietz Brothers. As you can imagine, they're a little busy this time of year with chocolate-covered pretzels and everything else going out the door. But she took some time to talk about their 85th anniversary. Of course, they've been longtime Chamber of Commerce members as well, and we'll learn more about their story. And if you're going to be out of the office next week and you're getting ready to set that out-of-office message, we've got some more email advice for you too. So that'll be in the next episode. You can actually just in your podcast player on your phone, whether it be Apple Podcasts or maybe use Spotify or something else, if you just search for Chamber Amplified, it'll come to your phone each and every Friday morning. We are going to take next week off for the podcast for the holidays, and then we'll get going again in the new year. That is what's happening here at the Chamber of Commerce this week. We want to thank all of you for being a part of the Findlay business community in 2022. If you've shopped at a local business, if you've shopped downtown, if you've shopped in the county, the local retailers certainly appreciate it. And to all of the businesses that we represent at the Chamber, it's been our pleasure putting on different events and putting different programs together to help you in 2022. I'm really looking forward to 2023 and seeing just where we go next with everything happening around here. Of course, if you ever have any questions about anything that we're doing at the Chamber, or maybe have a suggestion on programming, a podcast topic, maybe someone you want to see right here on the Monday announcements, let me know. All you have to do is email me, djenkins@findlay-hancock-chamber.com, and we will get that taken care of. Again, thank you for participating in the Chamber here in 2022. And we will see you next year in 2023. Have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.